Hey Hoopers, it's Kate here from Hoop Haven, out on a gorgeous winter day here in Tasmania. The sun is shining and it's a bit on the cold side, but that's okay. We're going to have a bit of playtime and we're going to warm up with a flow session today, which will incorporate some beginner and intermediate moves. We'll be playing with a bit of different levels and I hope you'll have fun. All right, let's break it down. Okay, in the demonstration I used a Poly Pro hoop, a lighter weight off-body hoop, but you can also use a dance hoop for these moves. So I'm going to break it down using my lovely 95 centimeter dance hoop here. And the first move that was in the sequence you may have seen is called the lasso. So for this move you can either start out by spinning on your right hand, going toward your left, or you can do it on your left hand, going toward your right. It's whatever is most comfortable for you. My right arm is my dominant one, so I'm going to spin it in my right hand, going toward the left. And so you can have a bit of fun with this move. As it's spinning on your hand, you can move around in a circle. Remember to keep a nice upright posture, keep your chest open, arm up, have fun with it. It's a nice lift and extension up through the arms here. So from lasso, we transition into the next move, which is called the hinge tap on. And it literally is hinging at the arm, tapping on the hand, bringing the hoop back around and on the body. So if you're not used to gripping the hoop from this lasso position, you're going to have to wait until it comes around onto the palm of your hand. And then grip it, bring it down and around out in front of your body, tapping it, like I said on the other arm, around, over, and down, right onto waist hooping. From the lasso, hinge tap on, waist hooping, pulsing out from the belly. You can stay in this position if it feels comfortable, or you can rock it out and have a little bit more of a play. Move around in a circle. Experiment with some arm movements. Whatever feels right for you. From the waist hooping, the next move is called a hinge off. It's the second hinge move in this flow session. So in order to do that, you're going to have to catch the hoop with both hands, like so. If the hoop is spinning around to your left, you're going to want to catch the hoop firstly with your left hand, and then your right hand. If it's spinning around to your right, you catch it with your right hand first, and then your left. An easy way to remember this is to wait until the hoop comes around on the belly, and as soon as it comes around and hits your belly, you catch it with your hands. And that's if you're going right or left, whichever is your dominant side. So you catch the hoop, hinge it back over. Make sure the hoop is touching your lower back as you hinge it off, because that will set you up for going into the next move, which is the orbit, sometimes called the smear. And so once you catch the hoop and hinge off, your hands might be down toward the hoop in this position. So if you slide them up to where they're at, if you think of the hoop as a clock, if it's at 3 and 6 o'clock, this puts you in the perfect position for the orbit. The orbit, or the smear, is a fun move to incorporate into your hoop dance because it plays on all 4 planes of your body. So it starts here on the back plane, resting on your lower back, moving then into the side plane with one hand on top, one hand on the bottom, then into the front plane. Your hand should be, your knuckles should be facing inward, and your hand should be on the opposite sides of the hoop at all times. Same when you roll it to the other side, and then to the back. So once you bring them all together, It looks a bit more flowy, a bit more floaty. So from this position, from the orbit, you will drop one of your hands, keeping your dominant hand on the hoop with the knuckles facing inward, and drive the hoop down to the bottom where your knuckles are facing up. And that sets you up for the two-handed isolation. Once it gets down into your arm facing down, your knuckles facing up toward the top of the hoop, you can drive the hoop up and around. Meet it with the other hand, pinkies facing the other, pinkies facing each other, driving the hoop down. Now, pointer fingers facing each other, driving the hoop down. There you go. You can also go in the other direction. Challenge yourself to do some different things with this move. You can move it either in one direction or the other. It is up to you. From the two-handed isolation, we move into the next move, which I have been calling the overhead jump through. I didn't know what else to call it. There's a bit of an awkward hand movement as you're transitioning from the two-hand isolation into the overhead jump through. So in the two-hand isolation, your pinkies meet together at the top, but your pointer fingers meet together at the bottom. So as you transition, you're going to have to drive your hand toward the side and turn your hand around so that your pinkies are meeting on the side right here and not, before they get to this point, your pinkies will have to be touching on this side so that the hand you were using to drive can let go and your other hand can take over to transition it to right above your head. I'll show that again. Two-hand isolation. Pinkies meeting together on the side into the overhead move right here. Ready for the jump through. Over the head position. Jump through. Stop the hoop at around eye level, and you are ready to go back into lasso.